Today we're going to be talking about arithmetic series. We're going to define what the heck a series is, understand how sequences and series are related. We're going to know the formula to find out the sum of the finite arithmetic series. We're going to use a formula for the sum of finite arithmetic series. We're going to understand how to read something called summation notation, and we're going to evaluate summation notation. And we're going to write a series using summation notation. We already know that a sequence is an ordered set of numbers from 9.1. In this section, we're going to find out that there's more than one type of sequence. The two types of sequences I'm talking about are called finite and infinite sequences. A finite sequence is a sequence with countable number of terms, and an infinite sequence is a sequence that continues on forever. A series is the sum of the terms of a sequence. A finite series has countable number of terms, while an infinite series goes on forever. So, below are some examples. So, finite sequences, if you guys notice, sequences in general just have commas versus related series actually have positive signs in between them, aka plus signs. An arithmetic series is a series whose terms form an arithmetic sequence. When an arithmetic series has a countable number of terms, we can use the following formula to find the sum of the arithmetic series. So it's just S sub n this time around instead of A sub n is equal to n over 2 times the quantity of A sub 1 plus A sub n. Alright, so this is read the sum of the first n terms of the series is the number of terms divided by 2 times the sum of the first term and the last term. So why do I need to know this formula? Well, we need to know that we have an arithmetic series, and we also need to know how many terms are in the series, and we also need to know the first term, and we need to know the last term. To find the last term, we might need to write an explicit formula for the related sequence. Yay, raw, circles. Alright, so that was a lot to read. Let's go and find this. So the first problem says, hey, we need to find the sum of the series, and it gives me 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 all the way to 100. Alright, so hopefully we see that I would have an arithmetic sequence if all I had was commas, and we would know that our explicit formula is A sub n is equal to 2n. All that I need to do now is figure out what the heck I'd have to plug in for n. So you would say, okay, well, what times n gives me 100, and that would just be 50. So I know A sub n should be just 50. So I'd have 2 times 50, which would give me that 100. Alright, so now that I know n, I know my first term, I know my last term, I can get S of n, which is going to be 50 in this case, is equal to 50 divided by 2 times the quantity of A sub 1, A sub n. Alright, but then we know that A sub 1 is just 2, and A sub n in this case is just 100. Alright, and now we just simplify that, not too bad. So we get S of 50 equals 25 times 102, which plugging that in should be S of 50 should be 2,550. Alright, my next series, I have 4, 9, 14, 19, 24. If this was just a sequence, I would say that I've got A sub n is equal to, I'm going up by 5, so I'd have 5 in front of my n. But in order to get back to being A sub 1 is equal to 5 times 1, well, in order to get back to 4, which is what I want, I'd have to subtract 1. Alright, so all in all, my particular formula should be 5n minus 1. Alright, and then it's just kind of a, what do I need to plug in for n in order to get 99? Because I need to know what my nth term is. Well, I know that A sub n is going to be 99. And I've got 5n minus 1. Alright. So then I've got 100 equals 5n. So my number of terms should equal 20. Alright. So just plugging that back in, hopefully a sub 20 is equal to 5 times 20 minus 1, which it is 99, because 5 times 20 gives me 100 minus 1. Alright, good deal. So now I've got my n, I've got my a sub 1, and I've got my a sub n. Alright, so my s sub 20 is going to be 20 divided by 2 times a sub 1, which in this case is 4, plus a sub n, which is 99 in this case. And then we just simplify this. So I get s of 20, or s sub 20 equals 10 times 103. And you plug that into a calculator and you move on with your life. Alright, see you guys in the next video.